I think that we are live. Choom Gang,
Yeah, I
hello.
feel too. Yeah. What's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are tuning in for an awesome live sesh with Color.
Thanks so much for having me, guys. I'm Gabriela. I'm from, oh, can you see it? Color Cannabis. There we
Yeah,
go.
yeah,
Represent.
yeah. Represent, represent. Choom gang, choom gang. How's everybody doing? I hope everyone's got their grinders, their papers, and their weed ready to get rolled up. You guys better spark them. For those of you that don't know who I am, I'm Francesco from Choom in Niagara Falls, and I'm here to host our very first virtual Choom session. Let us know what you're smoking in the comments for a session to win some swag. Today, we're pleased to have our first guest, like just previously introduced, Gabriela. Thank you very much for taking the time out of your day today to meet with me and everybody, and to dive in and get colorful.
Yes. Love it.
Uh, awesome. Today we're pleased to have, again, Gabriela on talking about some color, to tell us a little bit about their products, their brand, and how we can bring some color into this Blue Monday as everyone knows it. And if you're here for the swag, there will be a few chances to win some awesome Choom and Color prize packs throughout the session. All winners will be announced at the end, so stay tuned if you're getting sent something special. We also have Hannah and Sophia in the comment section, so they'll be helping us make sure we don't miss anyone. Make sure you guys say what's up to them. If you have submitted any questions to us ahead of time, thank you. You already have been entered into to win one or two prizes. We've also have a door prize pack for grabs, so if you like your video by 5:15, then you'll automatically be entered into the draw. And if that's not enough, we also have two questions that we'll be asking throughout the interview. And the first people to answer correctly win. So, y'all ready? You guys rolled up? You guys got your filters in your joints and your blunts and your
And
bonds
your
packed?
vapes if you got them too.
And your vape, that's it, right on. I know I got my Color Sugar Rose here. I got my Ghost Train vape.
Ooh.
And I got my Pedros. We're lighting up large this one. Awesome. So, Gabriela, I thought we'd get into a little bit today about, who Color is and the people behind the product, behind the company, and really, just bring the light to the consumers who Color is.
Yeah, absolutely. So first I'll give you guys a little bit of background info about me. So as mentioned, my name is Gabriela. I am a territory manager in Ontario. So hello, Choom Gang Ontario friends. And also I've been working in the industry since about 2018, so right after legalization, but started working with Weed MD back in September of 2020. So I've been passionate about cannabis for a really long time. It's been part of my family's culture forever. So it was kind of natural for me to enter into the legal market once it allowed it to. But today, what I really want to do is help to answer some of your questions that you got about color cannabis. I have a passion for educating people around everything that I know about cannabis. So I'm happy to share any information that I have. I'm also super passionate about breaking stigmas, that lazy, unsuccessful stoner stigma. And I'm not here for it. I don't want to hear it any longer. So I try to embody that, successful stoner that you're going to see getting stuff done on a daily basis, and, really like shining a light on how cannabis can actually improve your life in so many different ways. But a little bit about Color. So we actually launched back in mid 2019. And if you're from Ontario, you remember that cannabis retail and Choom wasn't allowed to open until about April of 2019. So just a few months after Choom in Ontario launched is when we launched ourselves. And so some of the people that are behind it, our master grower, her name is Carissa Hurl. She is one of the only female master growers in Canada, which I am super stoked about. I love that, a little bit of girl power. But also we have a lot of passionate people who work at our facilities that just work tirelessly to make sure that our plants are healthy and beautiful, so that when you guys get them, that you feel just as passionate about our products as we do. So yeah, we have a lot of great experienced people on our team, and I think that really shows once you do see our product too. So yeah.
No, that That's awesome. That was thank you very much for that introduction to who color really is, and you know the people behind it, and you know definitely a little bit of what's there. And you know that's funny you mentioned on you know destigmatizing that lazy stoner, and I really think that we have you know this whole entire industry to thank for that, to really shine some light and to really bring to light some superstars,
Yeah.
right? People that smoke every day that get stuff done. And I think, you know, Gabriela, you definitely are one of those people. So kudos to you to really keep, you know, pushing the brink on that and making sure that, you know, cannabis becomes a household commodity at the end of the day. That's really what we're working towards, right?
Yeah.
So it's really interesting to you touch on that topic. So, you know, and now leading into that, like it's really interesting to have everybody behind it and the people, right? That's one piece. Now together, what are you guys trying to accomplish? You know, what's your ethos? We're really, what's the end game for Color? Where you guys see
I
yourselves?
think it's just like really similar to my own aspirations that I just spoke about. We really just want to champion cannabis as something that's unique and you know subjective. It's an experience for everybody. It's so different from person to person, and really what we want to do is we want to inspire people to like open up their world to just endless possibilities when it comes to cannabis. Now that the legal market's open, just like you mentioned, there are people from Legacy who are now working in legal facilities, bringing their experience into the legal market. And I think that that's so important. And of course, there's new people too who come from different industries who help to give us a different perspective. But I think that what we really want to accomplish is just showing that people that there is so many different ways that you can integrate cannabis into your everyday lives through your consumption. Just from what you've seen in the market from today with our flower, you can consume it in so many different ways. We got ready to roll. We also have our vape products, our pre-rolls, and soon you guys are going to see some new stuff too, which I'll be touching on in a little bit too, but really excited about that. But that's what we're really all about. It's just, you know, letting people know that there's really a color for everybody.
That that's cool. I like that. There's really a color for everybody because you know, someone as a connoisseur, um, you know, we definitely like to try everything, and there's a little bit of everything for somebody. I feel in that offering through what you guys have from you know what was once the blueberry seagull to now the black sugar
Mhm.
rose, all the way down to the Pedro's, the ghost train, the white shark, right? So and now that you're entering into a couple different SKU offerings, other people that you know might not necessarily you know gravitate towards the dry flower are now having those opportunities to try your SKU offerings and those cultivars through different product variations, which, you know, essentially everybody is going to get into, but if you guys can do it right. And, you know, taking a look at the branding, the box of the vapes and the ghost train, I don't know if everybody can see that. It's really cool. It's easy to open, easy to use. And then the cart inside, it's a nice ceramic glass cart, right? So very, very cool acrylic tip. Really focuses and accentuates on the brand and the cultivar itself within the product. So that's really cool.
Something that I love that
Now,
our marketing does is like the use of our colors. Like, I don't know about you guys, but when you go into the store and you see those colors, doesn't it just make you happy and like excited? I feel like when I see like a bunch of our colors all together, it's so eye catching and it's just like, ooh, what's that?
well, yeah, you get to paint a picture with cannabis,
Yes. All right.
right?
There
And
it is.
it's your paintbrush. Like, who doesn't get? You know, I get to make a colorful picture while
That's it.
smoking
That's it.
all
Paint your
different
own
types,
picture.
and that's it. So you really get to make the world colorful and create a rainbow
That's
at the end of the day. I really find so it definitely brings a little bit of light into everybody's day, definitely. And it's you know good offerings, right? With a great product there is no stopping it,
yeah.
right? So we're gonna take a little side note, and we're gonna go into a viewer's question.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
I think you're gonna like this one.
Okay.
So this question comes from Dawn Scardall. Gabriella, what's your favorite strain?
I get this question all the time, and I don't really ever have an answer for it. It's like depending on my
Right?
mood, but I'm going to tell a story. So,
Okay.
mango haze. Okay, I remember one of my first experiences was cut with color back in like mid 2019 was mango haze. So if you guys are familiar with it, it's essentially a balanced strain. I call it more of a 2-to-1. It's a 2-to-1 CBD to THC, and I was always one of those people that was like, not sure if that's something that I'm gonna like. And someone was like, you gotta try it. Like, just get it. Let me know. And if you don't like it, I will buy it off of you. Like, just get it and try it. And I was like, okay, I'll try it out. First of all, you open it up and it's like a case of mangoes. It's like in your face, just so sweet and delicious. And I was like, okay, number one, that's a good start. I'm a big bong person, so I put it in my bong, and it honestly, it changed the way that I think about cannabis consumption, especially when it comes to CBD, because because it has like a little bit of that THC content in there. I call it the glow, where it's like a little touch of the high and then that CBD glow.
I might have
and
to
you
steal
just
that one
feel good.
from you. Yeah, I
Yeah,
might have
I
to
did
steal
it.
that one from
I
you.
thought that was a good one.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, right now it's gotta be mango haze, especially because I work out a lot and my body gets really sore. So just a quick hit of that, and it's like, ooh, perfect. I'm good to go.
Cool. No, that's it.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That's interesting. And someone like yourself that has been around cannabis for quite some time, and with even in the family culture and everyday use, that you'd pick a balance string,
Mm-hmm.
right? And as education grows and as we're able to really, share the proper information with the consumers and our fans and our supporters, you really get to see the benefits of, dual cannabinoids being presented to you at the same time,
Yes.
rather than just focusing on the high THC products that,
Absolutely.
not necessarily aren't so high impacting, because trust me, there have been plenty of times where, we've all grabbed, per se, that cream of the crop that was that high hitting heavy smoker, and you're sitting there like, okay, I just smoked 4 joints, and I'm never, and then,
I always say it.
being subjected, yeah, right, being subjected to now having that actual identification of what this
Mm-hmm.
is, coming from that legacy to legal,
Yes.
you get to appreciate now the transparency, because
Exactly.
that wasn't there for me
You
before.
get to pick
I
and
didn't
choose
know.
your experience. That's the best part about this, is that you are now able to refine your tastes so heavily that you can be like, you can choose what you want and you can just go and get it. It's like food. It's like, I have a craving for something. This is the type of experience I want. You can just go and get that now. Before, you're just kind of relying on the person to be like, oh, like, this is great stuff. You should get it. Like, this is the one that you should grab for me out of the 2 that I have. And then they tell you it's going to be a heavy hitter. And then I've actually consumed things that are like a mid-range THC that has slapped me harder than something that's supposed to be like a 26%, right? So
Right?
that's what I
No,
love
yeah,
about the legal
definitely.
market now, is that I'm like, I literally get to pick and choose what it is that I want.
Okay, well, that's awesome. Thank you very much. Like, and it's really cool. It's awesome that you get to really identify even off taste profiles and scents, and really help tailor your experience too.
Yeah.
So, this is a question for the viewers, for our fans, our supporters. See if people are
Ooh.
honing in, paying attention. When did Color officially enter the legal cannabis market? Go.
I really helped you guys out with that one. I think I said it twice
I
today.
think so. I'm not going to drop the ball on this one.
Awesome. Got
Okay.
some cool prizes today, guys.
First person to answer correctly wins a door prize.
Got Hannah and Sophia in the back
Checking,
checking.
checking. They'll let us know. In the meantime, why don't we go over these Pedro Sweet Sativas? How do you like these? You like them? I like them. I like them a lot. I really feel like you can,
So good.
dial into a very creative euphoric sensation, I find.
Oh, euphoria is
These
definitely
are
the word for Pedro's, I would
yeah.
say. I would agree with you on that one. That's what I have in my vape right now. It's like my constant. I usually just always have it in there. Love it. I find that it's like ooh, nice little, like, I feel good now. I can get my stuff done. Like, I can go on with my day. I can do anything I
Yeah.
want. Like, that's why I love
Yeah.
Pedro's. And I mean, obviously, it's called sweet sativa for a reason. It is the sweetest sativa that I've ever had.
Yeah. No, it's a really, and I'm not very keen to those types of flavor profiles and those sensations after the experience, but for me it's definitely one that I gravitate
Yeah.
towards. Just, I find it gives you a really nice balance of, kind of that haziness, but that extra little oomph that you need to really just be on top of your game. But I'll tell you this, and I tell a lot of people that come to the store, um, just to touch on the blueberry. Now that we have a live audience
Mhm.
and whatnot, that blueberry I haven't smelt or smoked or sold since like I was in high
Ooh.
school. That has been one of the best blueberries to come on the market
Ah.
by far. So hopefully once it's back, we can definitely grab as many cases as
Blueberry
possible. And
muffins is how it smells to me. Like blueberry muffins. Like back
yep,
in the day, you go to Tim Hortons, you grab yourself a coffee, you go get yourself a blueberry muffin, and you rip open the muffin.
yep,
That's what it
fresh
smells
butter.
like to me.
You're all set to go. Sweet.
Oh,
Awesome.
I love it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, blueberry is
Uh,
great. Blueberry for me is definitely like it's one of those indicas where it's like I'll rip it in a bong and I can get stuff done until I can't get stuff done, and then it's just
yep,
like
yep.
gonna go to bed now.
Um, I yeah. Guys, okay, awesome. And guys, just to touch on that door prize question, we'll announce all the winners at the end just so we can keep things going along. But don't worry, we got you guys covered. So just pay attention at the end for all our amazing winners. Um, so Gabriela, we were touching on experiences and choosing different SKU offerings for different activities and how can we actually integrate color into our lives? How, and this is something that we try to find, we try to really push the conversation here at Choom, and I can find that, it relates with, what color stands behind and what the offerings are. A lot of people are coming for that feeling,
Mhm.
which, as a legal retailer, we have a lot of blockades and roadblocks prohibiting us from really dialing into that part of
Mhm.
it, which I get. I totally understand. But, with that comes being able to pair strains with activities.
Yes. Yes.
What pairs best with what? Take a page out of the wine book and let's make your experience a little different here where we are what we're saying we are. We're educators, we're bud tenders, we're sommeliers at the end of the day to be able to, pick and choose those perfect taste profiles
Mhm.
and offerings that, essentially go with your self-care,
Yeah.
your health and wellness, your, like you said, you love to
Yeah.
exercise. So I'm sure you have multiple strains that kind of, coincide with that activity that make you feel like, the word for me is belong there at that moment,
Ooh, I like
right? That's
that.
probably the best way to put that, right?
Yes.
If a cultivar can make you do that, it's the perfect pairing and
Yes.
offering
Almost
for
like
that
making you
activity.
feel present into like what you're actually like activities you're doing.
Nothing else matters but what you're doing at that
Yes.
moment, right? So, can you kind of describe for our fans, our supporters, how you integrate color into your life
Totally.
every
I'm
day?
huge on wellness and mental health. I'm huge on all of those things. And I know it's such a difficult conversation sometimes when you have your customers coming in asking about effects. So we really can't talk about those types of things. But talking about activity pairings, let's just go through the list. You said Pedro Sweet Sativa first. Like I said, I got Pedro's in my vape on deck all the time. I got it in my ready to roll over by my bong, quick scoop. Um, the
Right
reason
on.
that I actually love the ready to roll and the flour is because just like it's just so easy and convenient for me to just like take a little scoop, throw it into my
Yep.
bong, especially when I'm working out. Like I mentioned, when I just need a little bit of that oops, like that little bit of euphoria. I mean, I'm in my head, I'm kind of like, man, do I really feel like working out right now? Just toss it in there and I'm like singing my songs, I'm doing my moves. And so that's definitely how I paired the Pedro Sweet Sativa for myself. And then same with the cart. I also meal prep every week. And so that can be tedious and daunting. A couple puffs off of my 510 vape cart and I'm ready to rock again. I'm like singing in the kitchen. I'm cooking up a storm. So there's definitely lots of different ways that you can use Pedro's in your everyday life, especially for your health, so your self-care and your wellness experiences.
Awesome.
But yeah, do we have a question that we want to ask?
Yeah, I think questions popped up. This not to interrupt you, but I think this is really kind of hitting the nose on leading into the next
Mhm.
segment. And this question comes from Chris, and apologies if I get this last name wrong. Silwick. So Color is an amazing brand that brings only good vibes to my household. Do you have any future plans for furthering your products into Cannabis 2.0? For example, topicals, edibles, concentrates. We know we got the vapes, right? So Anything else that you guys kind of can share a
Little
little bit
tidbits and information
for
for you
our
guys.
fans, you know,
Yeah.
some on the low.
I'm going to choose my words very carefully because we just had a sales
Please.
meeting last week and
Yeah,
we
please do.
have so many new things coming out that I am so excited to share with you guys. I cannot wait, but from what I'm allowed to share, I will tell you. First up, if you guys haven't seen it yet, we do have our nitrogen infused pouches. We're moving away from those plastic containers that you've seen previously. Yep, there it is right
And what's the
there.
coolest thing about those?
They have the total terpenes listed on the back to the exact percentage to the lot, which is fantastic. Again, for refining your taste, for understanding what terpenes are in the products that you're consuming, understanding how it's making you feel, and then actually knowing, okay, that's how I want to feel when I want to have this experience. Let me go back to that specific strain again. That's what I love about it. I think that that's such an important piece, moving away from the conversation about just talking about high THC products and further understanding what we're actually consuming so that we can make decisions for ourselves when it comes to our consumption, right? So that's what I love about that part. But nitrogen infused, it helps to keep the integrity of the flower. So think of it as like a chip bag. It's keeping it nice and cushioned in there. It's not crushing the chips, the product, and it tastes as fresh as when we first packaged it to when it gets to you too. So that's something new and exciting if you haven't seen that yet. Something else that we have going on is, okay, we got Black Sugar Rose that just recently came out. I know in Ontario, you guys have it. I know in the other provinces, you should be seeing it hopefully soon. So Black Sugar Rose is brand new. And then coming out soon, we're going to be doing 15-gram pouches of Pedro Sweet Sativa. So even more of your favorite strains. And then also, you guys have probably seen you have our Pedro's, or is it Ghost Train pre-roll that you have right now?
So I have the Pedro's
Pedro's?
pre-roll and the Ghost
Nice.
Train vape.
So when it comes to pre-rolls, we are adding a couple new SKUs on there too.
Sweet.
So you're going to see Black Sugar Rose and Mango Haze pre-rolls. Super exciting.
Nice.
And then also to
Awesome.
complement the Ghost Train as well as the Pedro's 510 vape cart that you guys see there. Again, we're doing Black Sugar Rose and Mango Haze on there too. So those are some brand new and exciting ones that we're going to be doing. But I can't wait to announce some of the other cool things. I know that you said something along the lines of Cannabis 2.0, like topicals and things like that. Just wait. Just wait. You guys are going to see some cool stuff. Right. Can't announce it quite yet, but I hope that it makes you excited as I am, because trust me when I say, as an experienced cannabis consumer and someone who also loves to, like, you know, consume in smaller quantities, like microdosing too, there's a lot of cool new stuff coming out that's just you're going to be super excited about. I promise you.
Yeah. No, I can't wait.
Yeah,
everything has been awesome so far, so I can only imagine what's coming down the pipeline. Now, guys, hopefully you're all paying attention through this whole little conversation between me and Gabby. For our last door prize question, our question for you guys is, what are all 6 of Color's cultivar offerings? So that is, what are all 6 SKUs Color has to offer?
We've listed a couple of them today, if not all. So hopefully you guys were listening. Dropped a couple in there, but
we'll see. We'll see. The person answered correctly wins that door prize. So get in that question, get in that messaging box and get your answers off to Sophia and Hannah.
If you don't know it, just beg them.
They're pretty nice people.
Beg them. They might tell
I'm sure.
you.
Yeah, that's all I got. I had to beg you and Hannah for the sweater, and you guys were pretty easy. I was just like, please, and you're like, okay.
It's true.
I was like, all right,
it's true. I was like,
that was pretty easy.
What size do you want? Here's everything that I have.
I was like, yeah. Oh, that's awesome. And then my final thing for you, as cannabis as a whole, there's so many different consumers in our market. So many. Though a lot of them fall under the same segmentation and whatnot. A lot of people identify uniquely, but as you've mudded the waters for Color on the front lines and have gone through the retail stores and worked with the back end people in Color, where do you really see Color targeting their audience? Who is really Color for? Right? Someone, the experience seeker, the connoisseur, the new user. the patient, but that's a little different. But in a sense, so where do you see color really identifying mostly within a target market?
Yeah, that's actually a great question. And I don't want to be one of those people like, we're for everybody. But honestly, I feel like there is a color that can start you off as a brand new consumer as a starting point. Like I mentioned, we got our Mango Haze. It's a 2-to-1 CBD THC ratio, a great way to start your cannabis consumption journey. Absolutely. But then we also have our, our higher THC, more potent strains that we have too, for our more experienced consumers. But with that being said, we are huge on flavor, aromas, all of those parts of the bud that makes it, that bud appeal, the look of things, the way it smells, the way it tastes, all of that. And I think that that can really speak to an experienced consumer as well. I think that with our brand new pouches, nitrogen infused, we really help to preserve those aromas too, and also the terpene profile. And I think that really what we want to do is we want to make it feel like as soon as you open up that pouch that you're in that facility with us, right? Like you go into any facility and it has very, very, like, it's very fragrant. But when I went into our facility the first time and went into the Pedro's room,
I
wow.
can
So
imagine.
it
I
was
can
like,
imagine
it
that.
was honestly, it was like a bag of wine gums, like Madar wine gums. It was so sweet smell. I love sweet. I also love savory, but sweet just like does something for me. And it was just so fragrant and so nice. And so really, I think that with all of these new like things that we're doing in terms of total terpenes, nitrogen infused pouches, I think that we can really speak to a variety of consumers. And like I said, there's really a color for everyone. So you really just have to pick and choose what you want your experience to be, and just figure out what you want your cannabis consumption journey to look like. And I think that we have something for everyone, and especially with some of the new stuff that we have coming out
Can't
too. We're gonna
wait.
be on all sides of that spectrum. So
Awesome. Well, thank you very much. That's exciting.
yes.
That's very, very, very exciting.
And I know how you are, Francesco. I 100%, maybe we take this offline. I know you're gonna be excited.
Uh,
Cool.
well, guys, I think that is pretty much, the time we have for everybody today. I just got all the submissions for the winners, so give me a moment. Let me read those off, and we'll announce them. But Gab, I wanna first off say thank you so much, so much for really helping us display the Color brand, getting to know you, and really kind of talking about weed. Like, think about this. This has been never in my life, from the first gram sold to Facebook live conversations about how we can do better, grow more, consume different types of products, and really get to know one another. From the bottom of my heart and from the bottom of Choom's heart, thank you so much
Thank
for this.
you. Thank you,
Hannah,
Choom.
Sophia, the two operators behind the curtain here, the Wizards of Oz. And I say wizards.
Behind the curtain.
Thank you guys. Yeah, right? The emerald green curtain as it comes out. You guys should come out and
Yeah.
give your little wave. But thank you guys really much for collaborating on this. This has definitely been something unique, and I really hope we have another chance, or Choom has another chance to do something like this, and again, especially with Color. But let's just keep doing this. But
Also, shout out to Choom Gang. You guys are so funny. I'm looking at your Facebook feed. The memes I'm seeing on your Facebook page have just brightened my entire week. Like, so good. Please
they
keep
are a
that
great.
energy up. I love it. I love to see it.
Yeah, no, that's definitely, I think, what makes us unique is those people that we have coming through the door every day.
Yes.
And it's those people working for us, and it's the people that we partner with, and we make friendships with and relationships with, right? But, thank you guys, everybody, for tuning in today. Give me 2 seconds, and I will announce the winners.
Yeah. Now would be a good time to, spark up that joint, that blunt, the
Yeah,
bong, the pipe.
pack some Pedros and
Yes.
get ready to go.
Yes.
All right. So for the question submission
All
winners,
right.
we have, drum roll, We have Paula CC Billiard
Woo!
and River Reefer.
Yeah.
Congratulations to you both. I'm sure Sophia and Hannah will be in touch on how to gain your prizes. So the first icebreaker question. We got Don Scardell. Thanks very much for sending in your question and winning this prize, Don. Really
Yeah.
appreciate it. We know we got a winner there. And for question 1, we got Kaylee Marie Foster. Congratulations,
Woo!
Kaylee. For question 2, we got Chris Silwick. Chris, thank you very much for sending in your question and for winning this prize. Again, another true star there. And then for our door prize winner, are you ready, Gab? Laura Duterier.
Woo!
Thank you very much, Laura. Congratulations, guys. Thank you guys very much for all your submissions. I know there was a lot. We really appreciate everybody that participated. Again, Gab, Sophia, Hannah, Choom Gang, you guys rock.
Thanks, guys.
You guys can find me at the Niagara Falls store and come get fried with French. You like that, eh?
Oh, man.
All right, guys. Guys, you guys have a cushy day.
Have a good one, guys. Thanks so much. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Take care. Bye.